On July 3, 1960, Argentinian Air Force Captain Hugo Niotti was driving from Yacanto toward Cordoba. The day was overcast, raining on and off for some time, and being foggy. Around 4:30 p.m., Captain Niotti would spot a strange object in the air. The captain grabbed his camera and snapped one of the most famous UFO pictures in Argentinian history. In this episode, we'll dive into this little-known case, the story of the Cordoba Photograph. On July 3, 1960, Captain Niotti was driving toward Cordoba on a cloudy, drizzly day. That day, the roads were slippery, and the captain was focusing on navigating the winding roads. Around 4:30 p.m., the captain was driving through the end of an S-curve when he would spot a strange craft hovering toward the right of his car. The captain slammed on the brakes and hopped out of it. He grabbed his camera and snapped a photo. The object was shaped like a cone, around 20 feet tall, and its base around 10 feet. It was laying horizontal, with the base pointing toward the captain and the narrower part away. The object was dark gray and appeared to be traveling to the south slowly. It was perfectly smooth and also appeared to be spinning around. Despite the object spinning, there was no sound and it was an eerie silence. As it moved, it stayed horizontal to the ground and was close to it. As he began to wind his camera for a second shot, the object began to disappear into the low-hanging clouds. He had watched the UFO for around 40 seconds. Captain Niotti would then develop his film, and after some conversations with other officers, he decided to send it to Revista Nacional de Aeronautica, or the RNA. They would have several people examine the photo and publish the story in their 1960 November magazine. Perhaps the most interesting aspect of this photo is the horse. The horse appears to be looking directly at the object as it was in the middle of grazing. This is really a key detail, as we know horses that reside near roads never stop grazing even if a car drives by. This allows us to hypothesize that this wasn't a strange weather phenomenon or development mistake with the photos. The horse also has allowed researchers to estimate the size of the craft as well. Over the years, many have examined the photo, but no one has been able to completely debunk it. It is said the original negatives are much more crisper than the duplicate copies most people see as well. One strong thing this photo has going for it is the credibility of the witness. Captain Niotti was a high-ranking member in the Argentinian Air Force. He eventually reached the prestigious position as Vice Commodore in the Argentinian Air Force. His disclosure of the event surprisingly never affected his career. Many who see the photo today dismiss it as the photo is somewhat blurry and tough to make out the details. However, when analyzed professionally, it's clear that something is in this photo, something that cannot be explained.